Hello, this is Natalia, and today I'm going to show you how to make these two cards using the technique that I've been playing a lot recently, spotlight die cutting. It's not new, it's so easy to make, and it always looks so good. So I'm using my all-time favorite stamp set from W+9, Autumn Leaves. So you can see how well loved this stamp is. I really love it and use it a lot. I have here two panels of watercolor cardstock, 5 by 4¼ inches each, and I stamp the leaf in Versamark ink, and I heat emboss the image in clear and in gold. So you just follow your usual routine for heat embossing. So now it's time to add color. For the first panel, I'm using Sweet Nectar Spray Mist from W+9. It has this yummy color, corally color, which I really like. I spray it on a laminated piece of copy paper, spritz it a bit with water to soften the color a tad, and then I use acetate sheet to transfer ink onto the panel. So I just smoosh it, and you can't go wrong with it, right? You add color until you're happy with it here and there. Just make sure that your embossed image is covered with ink nicely, and I just love how the image comes through as you add color. You can also add splatters. They always look nice on this kind of projects. So keep adding ink here and there, and then set it aside to dry. For the second panel, I'm using Distress ink, Mustard Seed, Twisted Citron, and Cracked Pistachio. So I just smoosh the ink, activate it with water, and we are ready to apply it. I'm using wet on dry technique, so I have a damp brush and I apply ink onto dry cardstock. So I start with lighter ink, and I build up the color with Twisted Citron and Cracked Pistachio. I'm applying ink in rectangular shape. You keep adding color until you're happy with the look. So I just love the watercolor effect and look, and the edges of this rectangle are really nice. And of course you need to add splatters to distress things, right? So now I'm adding sentiment. It's sentiment from Quite Like Your stamp set from W+9. I stamp it in Versamark ink just beneath the colored area and heat emboss it in gold. To add a little something to the panel, I decided to make golden edge. So for this, you just dip the edges of the panel into the Versamark ink and sprinkle powder on them. If you're not happy with the way your edge looks, you can always fix it with a dry brush. Yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Sorry, I'm out of focus. And then you zap it with your heat gun. Now I'm ironing off heat embossing from my second panel. For this, you take a clean sheet of copy paper, and you just iron until you see the contour of your image. This way you know that the powder has melted and you can remove it from the panel. I'm adding the same sentiment to this panel, but just in black ink. And Misty is a great help here because stamping on watercolor cardstock might be a bit tricky. and Misty helps to achieve crisp. Okay, so now we need to die cut our leaves. I'm using coordinating die. I also die cut 5 leaves from black cardstock and adhered them together for this chipboard look. Having this black peak a little bit really adds interest to your project. So now it's time to assemble the cards. So I'm adhering the first panel onto the sour apple cardstock, and the second leaf I just insert like a puzzle into the negative die cut. And as you probably see, there are no black splatters, which you see later on the photos. I was lucky enough I could remove the panel and the leaf and add the splatters without actually damaging my panel, and so yeah, and nobody will ever know. I'm adhering the green leaf a little bit offset with foam tape for additional interest, and I like how the green, you can see green from beneath. So here are our 2 cards. I hope I could get you inspired to try this technique. And thank you. Have a good day. Smile a lot and see you soon.